Welcome back as we eliminate abdominal and flank fat in just 25 minutes with Sculpt Sure. Our good friend Dr. Sonny O is joining us with more of the groundbreaking new FDA-approved laser technology. Tell us, welcome to the show once again, Doctor.
Well, thank you for having me.
Always good to have you here with us. What exactly is Sculpt Sure?
Sculpt Sure is a laser device that is used to treat fat. It's used to permanently reduce fat, and as you had said earlier, it is a relatively quick treatment, 25 minutes, and it has really no downtime associated with it. And that's one of the beauties of this new treatment is that, you know, we're always on the go. We have things to do, places to be, and our schedule just doesn't afford us the ability to have recovery. So this is a great treatment in that you can have it done in 25 minutes and literally walk outside of the office and resume your life.
Schedule it during your lunch break if that's possible.
You certainly could do that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now, how exactly does it work? There's nothing invasive. There's no cutting that's involved. It's all laser, correct?
Correct. No cutting. This is non-surgical, and you know that's an important distinction to make.
Sure.
Certainly, surgical options are very effective and can do a lot of wonderful things, but sometimes people aren't ready for surgery.
Sure.
They don't want all the recovery associated with it. So this uses a laser to destroy the fat cells, and your body will gradually eliminate them. And because of that, there's really no recovery associated with this.
Absolutely. We've got the before and after pictures up here, and it looks like somebody's really cut down on their diet and have worked out for like the last 6 months. I mean, this is some pretty remarkable before and after pictures right here.
It really is. It's very effective for problem areas. You know, I think a lot of people can identify with there are just certain areas in their abdomen or in their flank. You know, the spare tire in men.
Sure.
No matter what you do, no matter how hard you try, it really doesn't go away.
Yeah.
And I think Sculpt Sure is a very effective treatment for that.
Yeah. And a lot of times when a guy starts getting around 40 and even a little bit older, there's that spare tire that starts to come into play, and you can work out, you can diet, but because of genetics, because of the bodily makeup, because of what you do in your job, it's going to be very difficult to remove that unless you do something like Sculpt Sure, correct?
Correct. And, you know, surgery certainly would be an option, but a lot of times it isn't the option. And, you know, Sculpt Sure is a, I don't want to say a replacement, but it is an alternative because, as you said earlier, you could literally have it done at your lunch break, have an effective treatment, and then just continue on.
And one of the things I really like to tell people about your office, because I've been a patient of yours before. I had some skin cancer that was removed from the side of my face. People can't even tell where it was. Even my dermatologist can't tell. But when you make an appointment with you, and I came in, I never felt for one moment that I was rushed with any appointment. You're in a separate appointment room. It's a very casual setting, and even with that, Sculpt Sure is a little bit different because there's nothing surgery done, but just to let the people know that you sit down and you tell the folks, this is what you're looking for, these are your options, and this is what I can do for you and what we can do for you here in the office. And it's a very relaxing atmosphere. It's a very convenient place to go to, right off of Houston Northcutt. I mean, it's a great location, but for people to come in that may be a little nervous about having something done, you relax them so well.
Well, thank you, Tom. Thanks a lot. And I feel that's very important for patients to be, one, comfortable, and then, as you said, to get information, because, you know, that's a big part of what I want to do is help get information to the patient so they can make a good decision. You know, a lot of times they'll come in and once presented with the option, sometimes they'll choose to move with something else that they didn't even know about.
Sure.
Sometimes they choose not to proceed with something, but a lot of that's based on individualizing a plan for each patient and then, you know, educating them on what their options are.
Speaking of the patient, who's a good candidate for this?
That's one of the great things about this procedure. It really has wide applicability. You know, men, women, really the age range, it's a wide range. And, you know, what I like to kind of, you know, to simplify it is, you know, if there is an area, a trouble area, or it may not even be a trouble area, but an area where you have some pinchable fat, typically that would make you a reasonable or a good candidate, you know. Certainly, you know, I think that you need to be evaluated to confirm that, but I think most patients would be a good, or potentially a good candidate for this.
Absolutely. You got some promotional pricing as well going on right now.
Certainly, we do have some promotional pricing, and you know, we are offering free consultations to anybody who calls during the show to schedule an appointment.
Dr. Sonny O right there in Houston, Northcutt, actually right across the street from Cinnabar.
Absolutely.
In that area, and a great staff that you've got that's working with you as well. Stay tuned. We've got more of Low Country Live coming up in just a moment. Thanks.